Good day, welcome to another episode of Root Beer. Today we're also doing a double feature, just like last week. We're going to be taste testing two beers. First beer we're going to look at and taste is the Cooper Mexican Cerveza. Summer's right around the corner, perfect time to get that brew going for the summer. The next couple weeks I'll have more to come, but we're going to talk about this one. The second beer that we're going to look at today is the Grain to Glass IPA. So, can't wait to taste them both. Anyways, let's get at it. So how I made both these beers is as per what manufacturer wanted, such as Cooper wanted the proper brew enhancer, and I put that there, and also the Grain to Glass with the IPA was made exactly how the directions called for. So here we go. Switch hands here. Ooh, that's a good start. Always a good start when you hear it. And he's got good carbonation. There we go. Turn around so you guys can see it. So it is pretty clear beer. It looks very clear in the bottle. Like when I held up to the light earlier, you can see it right through the bottle, no problem whatsoever. Glass has a little frost on it too from being I put in the freezer to get all fancy. So yeah, it looks like it's, not a lot of head, but you don't expect that. Like when you have a Corona and you pour, you don't get a lot of head from that either. But this looks good, promising so far. So let's see how it tastes and smells. Yeah, it tastes, gonna have to, almost tastes like lager, to be perfectly honest. I was expecting a little more. Yeah, it kind of tastes like lager. Still not a bad beer. Like it's not nothing bad. And I think maybe I'll do a side-by-side comparison of a Corona and this just to exactly pinpoint what the difference is, if any. But maybe it'd be better with lime. I always put lime in my Coronas, just like I'm pretty sure 90% of you do. But no, still not a bad beer. The total alcohol content that I got at the end of this, it was a disappointing 4%. So next time I brew it, I will be definitely looking at other ways like to increase the alcohol content by either adding dextrose or some other types of sugar to kind of bring it all up. But overall, like for summer beer, for lawnmower beer, this is not bad at all. Like it's pretty tasty. And just like last episode, I gotta hand this over to my my taste tester double here, the helper behind the camera. So stay tuned for part 2 of this episode, where we compare the Mexican Cerveza against Corona. That'll probably be in about 2 to 3 week time. So now we're going to move on to our Grain to Glass IPA. Now, I was very excited about brewing this. It requires a lot of hops because IPAs are hoppy. So it smelled good in the fermenter. I was like, man, that's going to be a nice tasting beer. So hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Okay, another promising sign, good carbonation. And I put the lid on correctly, which is good. There you go, that's looking pretty darn good. So lots of carbonation, you can see lots of bubbles in there. Getting a little frosted because of the glass. We got some good head there. It looks pretty good for an IPA. Lots of tiny bubbles. So I'm pretty happy with that carbonation in both the beers. Carbonation, I've been using the Cooper carbonation drops, and so far they've been bang on, and everybody seems to swear by them too. So you can also use priming sugar to do the same thing, but I just use it. They're pre-measured. Just pop 2 in for the bottle size that I have, and you go from there. So it's pretty easy. All right. Oh, you can definitely smell the hops. There's 3 different types of hops in here. They definitely blend together, but you can still pick out what each of them smell like when you're doing the boil. So this was a boil kit. As you know, Cooper's isn't. It's a can kit. So this one you put in the hops, and yeah, it really transforms the wort for sure. But let's see how it tastes. Smells good. Very strong hoppy taste or smell. Oh yeah, that's very good. Very, very, very good. Lots of hoppy, great aftertaste on the hops. The alcohol content on this one, I measured up to 8.5, so that's pretty good. Like I said, 4 for the Cerveza and 8.5 for this one. This one, very high alcohol, and the taste doesn't suffer from it either. That's a bonus. So very, very good tasting beer. So again, that's the Grain to Glass IPA. Grain to Glass is a Winnipeg company. You can go online and search them up. They're very helpful. The guys there are fantastic. Bend over backwards to help you out. And I highly recommend talking to them if you don't already have someone that you talk to about this stuff. And they'll help direct you. But this is absolutely fantastic. And last week we did the Honey Brown, and that was also amazing beer. I also have other beers of theirs on the go, like a cream ale and an amber ale, so stay tuned for those episodes. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Here, I'll pass this over to my helper. There you go. So there you have it. There's 2, yeah, good different beers, obviously. One's light, one's dark. Can't compare the 2 against each other. Again, the Cerveza, we'll do a follow-up episode on that against comparing it with the Corona, so we'll have side-by-side comparison. So far, you know, summer beer, it's fantastic, nice hot outside. The IPA, pretty darn good too. Anytime you can drink it, so it doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, fall, spring, whatever, right? So yeah, absolute great beer, but high alcohol content, so probably take it a little slow. Anyways, that sums it up for this week's episode. Stay tuned for more episodes next week. Cheers.